Hi everyone, Tasha here, and welcome to day 16 of Maker Forte's Inktoberfest. Today I'm going to share with you two cards created using stencils and ink from Maker Forte. The two stencils I'm going to be using for my projects is this layered witch hat and this fun spiderweb stencil. Both are Halloween themed since we are in October, and I just love both of these designs. My first project is going to use the spider web, and it fits perfectly onto a square card base, but you can use it on any size card. And then since I really want to make sure this doesn't move around, I use Pixie spray. You just spray it on the bottom, let it dry just a little bit, and then you can attach it to your cardstock without wrecking the paper. And then I use some low-tack tape. The first ink I'm using is Tiptree Jam, and this is a really deep pink color. It's actually a little lighter than it shows up on camera. It's kind of showing up red, but it is like a really dark pink. And instead of using Distress ink or Distress Oxide ink, you can also use this Color Hive ink when you're ink blending and using stencils. And the best part is this type of ink, you only need a little bit and it covers a really nice amount of area. So I only had to dab it a couple times and I covered that whole stencil design. To give it a little more color, I went around the edges with telephone box. Now this is a deep red. This red color is so dark and it kind of gives that vampire-y look to the spider web. And I just love that it kind of has that glowing effect, but you're using just two shades of a similar color. So I gently remove that stencil and set it aside just to dry a little bit. And now I'm going to move on to my witch hat. Now this stencil includes the witch hat base and then several designs. If this set isn't available, I will link another set that's similar. They also had a pumpkin set that uses the same base and then the layers design. So I'm going in with English mustard. Now this color really surprised me. I thought it was going to be more of a golden tone, like maybe a yellow, but it's really a nice shade of orange. And the best part of these Color Hive inks is that you can layer on your first layer and then just add a little more color and you get this really cool blended look just with the one ink pad. So you see how one side has kind of a deeper orange and then you have like a highlight in the middle. That's the cool part of these inks. You can really get a whole bunch of shades just with the one ink pad. So now I'm going to go and layer on the spider web. I'm sticking with the whole spider web theme with my two cards, and I'm going in with Color Hive Eclipse Black ink. Now this Eclipse Black ink is so awesome because it dries quickly and it's really, really dark. And when you put it on top of that other ink, it covers it completely. So you don't even have to worry about having some kind of weird brown color or, when the colors blend, it covers it perfectly. But again, you just want to make sure you hold your stencil down because this ink is really dark. You want to make sure you only cover your stencil design. So once I was done blending over that color, I lifted it up and look how cool this looks. It has all of those different shades of that English mustard. And to clean up the stencil, all I have to do is wipe it with like a chamois or a rag or even just rinse it under water. It cleans up really easily. So I love this really neat design with those orange and golden tones in the black, but I decided to go around the edges with Purple Rain. And this kind of purple is not as deep or dark as the colors I was using, but it kind of gives a distress ink look basically. But it's light and you can go around the edges and again layer up the color if you want it to be darker. So now I'm going back to my spider web to finish the card. It's nice and dry and it came out perfectly with that stencil. I also love the red color. I wasn't sure what color to use, but this red with the spider web and the spider looks great. So I'm going to just use some tape runner and I'm going to adhere it to a piece of glitter cardstock. I love using glitter for some sparkle, but I wanted to make sure that that spiderweb design was the main focal point. So I'm just going to adhere it, and you can use any type of cardstock you like, but I do like to have some kind of sparkle, so I did want to have a little bit of glitter behind this really pretty spiderweb. And I don't know if you're aware of using glitter paper because I use it often, but glue runner tends to work the best, I think. It gives a really nice hold and you don't have to wait for anything to dry or anything lifting. So I do recommend using just some glue runner or even some score tape if you're using glitter paper. Now I'm going to use for my back layer a piece of the star pattern paper from the Black to Basics pattern square paper set. That set is one of my favorites. It has so many cool patterns and it's all like black, whites, and kind of like those shapes all go within those colors, but they have like polka dots and then these cool stars. And I thought the stars look great because of Halloween, and you're thinking maybe a Halloween night with the spider. So it works out perfectly, and it also fits great with the stencil design. To complete the card, I decided to go in with a holiday greeting, and the one I selected said eat, drink, and be scary. I thought it went really well with the whole spider and spiderweb theme, and I just placed it kind of in the middle. Like the spiderweb is, with, I don't know, he's on a web, he's going to be eating. So I just thought it was fitting for this type of design. And this greeting is actually included in a pattern paper pack. Maker Forte has two different kinds that have all sentiments for different holidays or different times of the year. So they have Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween, fall, and spring holidays. Just greetings for everything. And I like it because it has one side is the black on white, and then the one I use is the white lettering on the black toner sheet. So you can pick however you want to use it, and you don't have to worry about embossing, and you can also use foiling on it since it is a toner sheet. So you really have endless possibilities to customize your card, and it makes it really quick and easy because you don't have to stamp or emboss to get that same look, and there's tons of greetings to choose from. I use these sentiments often, and it is one of my favorite paper packs. I just love it. I highly recommend them, and I think they're great. So for my card base, though, I had to use a 12 by 12 piece of paper since my card base measures 6 by 6, and you get 2 card bases from one piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. Since that stencil design has such a cool look to it, I wanted to make sure that I had a card big enough so that you could see the whole spider web. And it had to have a card that was at least like 5.5 by 5.5 or so. So I just made a 6 by 6 card. I do like square cards. I don't make them often. I usually make a standard A2 size card and some slim lines, but I really liked how this looks, and I actually might make a couple more square cards. Maybe not to mail, but to hand deliver since it may be more expensive to ship out. But I really love how this turned out. And I love the stars behind the spider web. Here's just another peek again at my other stencil design. I did go ahead and finish this card, use that same greeting paper pack, and just chose a sentiment that went with the hat, which way to the candy, and added some enamel dots as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed a look at the video today and how to use stencils and Color Hive ink. I hope you're enjoying the Inktoberfest, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.